All right, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. So I just got finished up my trading session for the day. I ended up taking one scalp, a little scalp on NQ, and then making around $583 in total P&L. So I actually took this trade live this morning. So I'm going to show a short clip of this trade taken live, and then we'll go ahead and actually talk about it.
All right, what's up, guys? Good morning. So we got our two levels here. Kind of gonna line up with the opening range. Yeah, so basically longs above this blue line right here, up to the green, and shorts below this blue line way down here. So just keep grinding up here. We got 3 more minutes for the opening range. And yeah, just light news today at 10 a.m. All right, we got our opening range in, and we are still ripping up. All right, let's see how this candle closes. All right, I'm in long here. I'm really only taking this up a little bit, guys. I'm getting out at 98. Well, 2 points away on that one. See if buyers step back in at all. All right, I just got filled.
So as you saw from the live trade, you saw that, it wasn't a huge trade because we're so close to our final target for the day. And then once we got to that target, right, if I go back to the chart, we can see, we pretty much chopped around the whole day. And, depending on your strategy, this is where you could have started taking some losses because we started, again, just chopping. We weren't making higher lows and higher highs anymore. Right? So this is why it's so important to have a trading plan that you want to follow. So for me this morning, as you can see, this is the chart I put out. I had the green magnet zone way up here at 23,400. That's where we started chopping around. We had our key levels. Basically once we broke above this first key level, we could see a push up to the green zone. Once we broke below this key level down here, we'd most likely see a push down into the red zone. We can trade shorts in this area, longs in this area, right? So that was kind of my plan for the day. By the way, guys, I post these plans every single day inside our free Discord community on NASDAQ, which is what I trade. If you guys want to join our Discord, like I said, it's completely free. All you have to do is go over to the first link in the description below this video. Anyways, like I was saying, by the time we got any sort of pullback, and I got a buy signal from my OTS indicator, we're pretty close to our green line. So I was able to get an entry around 80, as you saw, and we basically just took it up to 400. So I was able to get 20 points out of it, but obviously it kind of sucks because, we opened way down here and we missed out on a big move. Even though we already had this target marked, we couldn't get in until later on. That was like the first pullback we got. But obviously the most important thing is to respect our strategy and our plan. And that's what I was able to do today. So I'm happy with that. Now, if you guys are wondering, well, Chad, what do you do once we actually get to this green magnet zone? Do you just stop trading for the day? Let's say we never got a pullback here. We never got a buy signal. What do we do the rest of the day? Well, typically, yes, right? That's typically when the market starts chopping around and you want to stop trading. Now, it's not every day where we're going to hit our green magnet zone, right? Not every day we're going to hit it. So it really just depends on the day. Typically when we do hit it, we tend to chop around or we tend to just keep ripping up depending on the volatility and how much strength is coming into the market. The other option is to trade the break and retest of the green zone. So for example, if we got No matter what strategy you trade, whether you trade with my OTS indicator, let's say we got a buy signal right here, or you use some kind of other strategy, doesn't matter, right? If we got a setup right here to go long, that would still be a valid setup to me because we're breaking and retesting it and we have some more juice. Obviously, again, you just want to wait for confirmation, which is what my OTS indicator does. But as you can see, we didn't even do that today. So it's probably safer, once we're at the green zone, just to stop trading. It's probably going to be choppy the rest of the day. You can kind of see how that played out today. Basically, the move's already done for the day, right? All the big money got their positions. They got filled. They're done, right? Now it's just retail fighting back and forth, which is not something you want to be involved in typically. You can see if we go back to previous days, for example, let's go. This got deleted somehow in my picture, but if we go to, I don't know, what is this, 717, okay? We can see the green zone was at 23,178 and our red zone was 23,15. Okay, so let's try to remember that. 23,178 and 23,15. So that was on 717. So on this day, as you can see, what was it again? I already forgot. 23,180, right? 23,180 was right here. As you can see, so our green line would have been exactly right here. We originally came up to it, initially, right? Let me just draw it so you guys know what I'm talking about. Our original green line on this day was right here, okay? Now, we originally got up to it, and then we came down. We got a buy signal, and then we came up to it again. As you can see, we broke it and retested it, and we kept going up for the day. But as you saw in the open, right, we're already pretty close to this green zone. Like, we weren't that far from it. So typically, if we do open up closer to the green zone, that's when the retests are, a little bit safer to take, like we got here. Versus today, right, if we go back to today, we can see we opened up, pretty far from it. Basically over 150 points. So in this case, we had to make a big move just to get to it. Probably safer to not take the break and retest and just get out of the market, right? If you weren't able to get in on this pullback, then, it's probably best you just call it a day and be like, you know what, I missed the move, right? That's okay, I'll wait for tomorrow. Versus trying to force yourself to trade in this chop, right? Which is not ideal. So anyways, guys, that's what I recommend, but that's how you're going to use my trading plan. If you guys join the Discord using the link below, like I said, it's completely free to join. We also have other resources in here, including a trading floor where you can chat with all kinds of other members, get your questions answered, and all that good stuff. So anyways, guys, would love to see you inside of here. Like I said, it's the first link in the description below this video, and I hope you guys had a great trading day yourself. I'll see you tomorrow morning inside this Discord group for another day of trading.